I mentioned that during some of my seminars, and I asked the audience, "Who here is taking at least one drug?" And the hands go up. And I'm like, "Who is taking 2 drugs?" A lot of hands go up. "How about 3? How about 4? How about 5?" Now, here's the challenge with this problem. When you're taking one drug, there's a lot of information on that drug from the time that's of inception until it's released by the FDA to the public. And on average, it takes about 13 years of data. Okay. There's all kinds of studies. They do a review of the literature. They do animal studies. They do in vitro studies, in vivo studies, cohort studies leading up to random controlled double blind studies. And then it goes through 3 levels of FDA approval. And then if it's deemed to be safe and effective, then it's released to the public. Now, how much information occurs when you take drug 1 and drug 2, or you're in the world of polypharmacy, you're taking more than one drug? None. 0. There's no data
Wow.
whatsoever. They make their best guess, but there's always the possibility of a drug interaction or a drug reaction. My late mom, she was, in the hospital for something, and right before she left, the doctors gave her, a powerful antibiotic called doxycycline. And
Oh, I've heard of that. Yeah.
they didn't test it on her first. They gave her a prescription, "Go get this filled when you get home." So she did, and she had a terrible reaction. She had to be taken by ambulance right back to the hospital until that cleared out of her system. And, of course, she got a bill. But there's
Of course.
all kinds of people that have side effects from medications and just like there's more than one way to cook an egg, there's more than one way to fix a health problem.
Yeah.
Drugs are one option, but it's not the only option available to people, especially if you have, like you do, autoimmune disease with Hashimoto's.
Yeah. And just to finish this point, I mean, when you were talking about like we're bombarded with this programming, we were talking about sports before we started recording, and it's like you can't watch a baseball game, a football game. I love HGTV, right? I can't watch House Hunters without being bombarded. Every freaking commercial is pharma. Oh, and now they have the ones where the people are singing and dancing, and then they go through the laundry list of side effects, and I think to myself, I'd rather deal with the condition than to
Right,
than these
right.
side effects like oh could possible death, all these horrible things, and it's just crazy. So I think that our culture reinforces it, of course, pharma, um, and of course the insurance companies, and it's just this bad mix where and people are just constantly just accepting this program as normal.